Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for coming in. I'm here to do a general reading for the transit of Jupiter in Cancer. I'm not going to go too much into the astrology because a lot of it I covered in previous videos. Much of the support of astrology doesn't change. It's just that Cancer season seems to be dominating Gemini this year, partly because of Jupiter. It only enters a sign, the same sign, every 12 years. It takes 12 years to go around the zodiac. So the last time it was in Cancer was this time 12 years ago. If you think back to what was happening in your life around that time, what was being amplified, what was seeking expansion and growth, at this time there could be a continuation of that energy. Now, when Jupiter is in Cancer, it's exalted. That means it operates at its highest vibrational form. In Gemini, where it came from, it's debilitated. So it feels held back and it can't quite move forward or expand. Gemini is very localized. It can be about our community and our friendship groups. It's also very much an energy of details and schedules and doing things in a certain order. It's Mercury. So Jupiter wants to just see what happens when we get there, go on the adventure, explore, expand. And when it enters Cancer, it can do just that. However, Jupiter does amplify whatever it touches, and when it touches Cancer, it can be a very emotionally driven time, heavy intuition. It does also bring to the surface things to do with the home, and since it's Jupiter, it can be about expanding your idea or your sense of home out into the world. Foreign travel becomes very likely, even relocation foreign. It is about carrying your sense of home with you and where you belong in the world. It does carry a strong sense of adventure too. Cancer is ruled by the moon, and Jupiter amplifies whatever it contacts. The moon is our intuition, our emotional space, but also our dreams. So that could be coming to the surface right now. It's a very lucky transit for sure, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily gentle. Think about the Chariot. It carries a lot of emotional force behind it, and it requires trust and personal alignment and being able to really hear your own intuition. And that is going to be the guiding force that leads you to Jupiter's rewards. Jupiter is known as the Great Benefic because it can expand and bring luck. Anyway, my friends, that's all I'm going to say for the astrology because of what I said. We know there's a lot happening in Aries right now as well, which is a fellow cardinal sign to Cancer. So, okay, this is for anybody, any sign. You'll know if you resonate with it, and you won't resonate with everything that I say exactly the way that I say it. Just take what fits as it does, if it does, and leave the rest behind, of course. If you're interested in booking a private reading with me, there's a link in the description box below. All right, what's the overall energy? To start off with, we have in between worlds. Jupiter just moved. It's at the 0 degree of Cancer here. And I always like, is this a flamingo? Half of the flamingo is already in the possibility of the future. And it's exciting and it's technicolor. It's full of adventure and newness and brightness. But the other half is still trailing in the black and white of the past. So that in-between feeling where, again, you can't quit, it's not quite moving forward yet. But it's halfway there. Let's get one more. Ending. This can have a lot to do with healing the past, and maybe that's why it's a slow progress going forward. You could be doing a lot of healing and nurturing of yourself right now. Can be about childhood stuff as well. Again, we're dealing with Cancer energy, right? So Cancer is the mother. This can have to do with healing things from your past. And that's why the slow progression. Okay. What do we want? Yeah, we'll do a Sacred Rebels. Oh, wow. We get my absolute favorite card in this deck, which is the Sacred Fool. I love the Sacred Fool because it's the choice to believe in purity and innocence and hope and new beginnings and new adventures. The sacred fool has been through it all and seen it all, and despite it all, still believes in the possibilities. And we did get that with the Technicolor future as well. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Look at the wisdom in that, despite it all. Now, this is about using your wisdom to navigate your way forward the way you want it to go, what you've learned. It's about independence too. Absolutely. And so is Sagittarius and Jupiter energy. Going after what you want and not waiting for it to come to you. Okay. The sacred fool is number 40. So number 4, that's Emperor energy. And be the hunter, not the hunted. Number 8. We've been getting a lot of 4s in the collective, not just around here. That's about autonomy and stability and establishing yourself. Okay. Let's get into the reading with the good tarot. Let's see the recent past for you. That's where the black and white is still hovering. We have the Ace of Swords. I see the Ten of Swords. Very interesting. The Ten of Swords is that wisdom. And what I said too about the sacred fool, despite it all, because of it all, it's the choice to believe again. This is clarity. And it's also about new beginnings, a cycle coming to an end and a brand new one beginning. Okay. Making a choice. This has that clarity of vision, though, that the owl has to me. Okay. Let me see you now. I have Aquarius with the star mending. This is about healing, but specifically about healing hope and seeing the truth. The star comes after the tower, and again, that can be why the mending energy. And it is what remains after the illusion falls away. Clarity with the Ace of Swords, and then the mending and the healing. But also, like I said, the renewal of hope. Strong Aquarius energy coming through. Let me see your next steps here. What's unfolding for you? Very strong Aquarius energy. This is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is very self-defensive. This is kind of a, at any cost, I will survive type of energy. Generally speaking, there's somebody gathering up the spoils of war so that those weapons can't be used against them later. Mending. Then the Sacred Fool. Five of Swords can also be about coming up against yourself. Swords are our own mind. It's our thoughts. Let me see the energy surrounding you. But right, be the hunter, not the hunted. That's Five of Swords energy. The energy surrounding you, we have the Hermit. Virgo's major arcana. There's the wisdom, and it is sacred wisdom too. The Hermit gains his wisdom by what lives in his soul, by what he's been through. It's not an easy process. And he goes within to really find that empathy, that sense of understanding within him of his own process and where his path is leading him to. And then we have the Ace of Cups, the Sacred Fool. Despite it all, the Ace of Cups is the belief in love and renewal and potential. I like that with Jupiter and Cancer. It's new beginnings. Okay. Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. The Nine of Wands has walked a long, hard path. We have almost there energy, caught between worlds still. And this is being quite tired and also, again, quite defensive. There's something here about still being expected to be pulled back to where you came from, because there's an angry mob usually in the background, and it's been a hard fight. But you know what I love here, actually, in the good tarot? That lantern she's holding to ignite the darkness is made of stars. And I said the renewal of hope. And this is happening within that hermit cave. It's the one more step card. It's the willingness to fight on. But yeah, it is definitely about being tired. That was on the bottom. But that wisdom isn't easily gained. Be the hunter, not the hunted. Go after what you want. Ace of Cups. Okay. What's the challenge for you? The Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is Leo energy. It's very enthusiastic and joyful. It's optimism. And it is what I said about Jupiter too. We'll see what happens when we get there. It's a sense of play and exploration and optimism. And again, with the Hermit, that can be difficult to embrace. It's a youthful energy. That can be about moving forward or yeah, into the between the worlds, right? Okay, let's see a potential outcome. Another 4 with the 4 of Cups. Interesting. Because we have that sacred fool and be the hunter. So strong Emperor energy coming through. The 4 of Cups is about a moment of pause to sort of consider what you're investing in emotionally and where you're going. It's putting yourself into emotional neutral so that you can have perspective right here. Make a wise decision. It can be kind of an emotional restlessness too, because with the Knight of Wands and the challenge, it's like, when do I get to have this new beginning? Okay, let's clarify. Do I want the pulp? No, I think we want the lights here. Okay. Ace of Swords. There's too many. Ace of Swords in the recent past. Clarity. Between worlds. The 5 of Pentacles. And then I see the 10 of Wands. This is a lot of hard work. And it is about energetic lack too. It's kind of like, no matter how hard you worked, it was just burden and it wasn't going anywhere. And that is the past. There was some kind of clarity or certainty, or something had to come to an end. Okay. Can I see the 5 of Pentacles? We have the High Priestess, Pisces major arcana. This is that intuitive energy though, having to following what's guiding you. And in the past, whatever you had to drop was not going to grow. It was just causing you burden. And intuitively, you knew that. Okay. Can I see the star? This is where you are now. The star. Scorpio energy with death and rebirth. Reinvention. 10 of Swords to death and rebirth. Like I said, it's not always an easy process, but it is heading towards something very beautiful. We have the Ace of Cups in the surrounding energy. The star is being guided. Look at the vision in the mask and the death mask here of what lays beyond the horizon. Sag energy again. What is possible? What comes next? The sun is on the bottom, Leo's major arcana. This is freedom. Look at that. That's my Woodstock version. That's like wild abandon. And with death and rebirth, this is the renewal of the heart. The sacred fool, the choice to believe. Let's go one more with death and rebirth. Between worlds. Wow. The Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. Earth energy. This is Jupiter energy, though. This is some kind of abundance. And rebirth in the star. Let me see one more on that Nine of Pentacles. Oh, we had 10 of Swords. And I said, whatever it was that you were surrounding yourself with in the past, you had to put an end to. It was keeping you in a state of energetic lack. The Nine of Pentacles brings in abundance. So in making that choice is what unlocks the door for you to this abundance and the rebirth. Let me see. Oh, interesting. We have the Fool. We got the Sacred Fool up here. The Fool is Aries energy, and I mentioned it's strong in the support of astrology right now. The Fool is about believing in yourself and your ability to create whatever you want. I always say when the Fool is asked to take a leap of faith, he does so knowing either he's going to learn to fly or he's going to be caught. This is about independence. Okay. And then with that, I saw the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands. Look, all the eights coming through. Be the hunter, not the hunted. The Eight of Wands is about when that kind of stuck energy bursts forward. Passion and excitement and movement. But the Eight of Swords, some kind of mending energy. Ace of Wands, oh my gosh. Okay, let me see the Five of Swords. The Ace of Wands is the fuel for that Fool. It's the belief. I always say it's the match that starts the flame, right? Five of Swords. The Hanged Man, interesting. Pisces, major arcana. Pisces is co-ruled by Jupiter, by the way. It's Sagittarius ruler, but before they discovered Neptune, Pisces was also ruled by Jupiter. So that's interesting. But let me see the Hanged Man for a moment. Between worlds. The Hanged Man's kind of caught between worlds here. And it does have something to do. And then the Page of Wands. Page of Wands and then the Knight of Wands. Yeah, you're looking at some kind of opportunity. I see. Okay. We had the Ace of Wands, then the Page, and then the Knight is in the challenge. So a new beginning or an idea or something you're very excited about that's currently on pause here with the Hanged Man. Because the Knight takes that passion and puts it into action. Let me see this Ace of Cups. Between worlds. Ace of Cups, please. The Nine of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. That's beautiful. The Nine of Cups, first of all, in this deck, that always reminds me of the Fool. It's allowing yourself to be guided by your heart. No kidding. Look at all of those cups coming straight out of her heart chakra, standing on the edge of that cliff. This Ace of Cups is the final cup. That makes it 10. And then the Page of Pentacles. There's a couple of pages coming through here. And the Sacred Fool. Beginning again. Between worlds. Yeah, this is about a new beginning. And it's kind of temporarily on pause. Let me see the Knight of Wands. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords back here. Okay. Can I see the Ace of Swords? Whatever it was, like I said, that you had to free yourself from. Now we have another Knight. Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups takes hold of that Ace of Cups and turns it into a possibility, takes action with it. And this is telling some kind of truth. It can be about an emotional confession. Let me see the Four of Cups. I'm putting them back. But we do have the Knight of Wands, which is what's in the challenge, right? The Knight of Wands is optimistic and enthusiastic and wants to take action. And we have this restless pause here with the Four of Cups, waiting for some kind of action. Okay, the Four of Cups. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. The Tower, Scorpio and Aquarius energy. The Tower is sudden change out of nowhere. Interesting though, because we have here you wanting to move towards the star. You can't get to the star without a tower. This can actually be about moving between worlds. Can I see the Tower? Leo's major arcana with the Strength card. I like to see that here actually. Strong Leo energy coming through. Okay, Strength is about courage and having the integrity to act on your own heart. On the bottom of the deck, I see the King of Cups. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. The King of Cups is very emotionally mysterious. We have death and rebirth here. And then we have one more there on the Four of Cups. The Two of Wands. See, the Two of Wands is a crossroads. She's sitting in her living room looking at the potential of the future beyond and what lies ahead, but not being able to step into it yet. The Strength can be a card about holding back, but I still don't know why. It does have something to do with a tower here and mending. Let me see the Tower. It's the Sun card. What? The Sun. Lots of Leo energy coming through. Very strong. But again, freedom. And when you put this with the Two of Wands, and you see the Sun on the other side, that's what you're looking toward. But with Strength in the Tower, there's something here that's preventing you from being able to move into it. Let me see the Tower. Okay, that's what it is. The Ace of Wands, interesting. The Ace of Wands, passion, inspiration. This, as I always say, we've seen the Fool twice. We have it with the Sacred Fool and the actual Fool. It's passion. And this is the fuel that the Fool needs to take that leap. It's excitement. And it's bright new beginnings. Justice. Getting what you deserve. Ace of Wands. With the Sun. Well, we have the Chariot. Cancer's major arcana, Jupiter in Cancer. There could be travel with the Sun and the Chariot involved, and the Two of Wands. Four of Pentacles and the World. In this Four of Pentacles, it looks like she's holding on tight to something, right? She's got her purse like clutched up against her. And hold back. Be the hunter, not the hunted. So there's something there that's a little bit self-protective. Let me have one more with the Four of Pentacles. And then we will... Do I need to clarify it? Do I need to go deeper? I want to see what this Knight of Cups has to say. Okay, the Six of Pentacles. Now the 6 and the 4 together is the 10 of Pentacles. Chariot. and mending. I don't know. This can have to do something with like travel, because the Six of Pentacles can be about putting out resources or an exchange of energy. Let me see what this Knight of Cups wants to say. Oh, okay. Grabbing the Rider White apparently. And the Ace of Swords. It's that King of Cups. Really interesting. Because the King here is coming in with the Knight of Cups. Let's have one more. The Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. And also, you know, I knew we were going to see the Emperor. Divine Masculine energy, Aries energy. The Emperor is number 4, so he rules over all of these 4s. And that holding back. Making some kind of offer. But here at the end there is. Let me see the Six of Pentacles. It's another 4. The Four of Wands. Amazing. The Four of Wands is a card about victory. I mean, look at them. They're celebrating. There, again, could be something about travel and a home. And the sharing of resources with Six of Pentacles. There's the Knight of Cups. And the Chariot again. That's amazing. This is definitely about a blessing, and it can have to do with finding home. Four of Wands is definitely an energy about home. And not feeling that sense of lack anymore. The Chariot twice, the Four of Wands, and the Sun. That's awesome. There's that Nine of Wands, that wounded warrior energy. So it's been a long, hard fight, that's for sure. But remember when I said one more step and we got the Ace of Wands? That's all it takes. And then the victory. Almost there. Between worlds. But here it is at the end. That is beautiful, beautiful energy. That is getting what you wanted. That's freedom. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's go to the blue deck. What do we have, please? Not easy to come by, though. Okay, interesting. Oh, all of those wanted to come out? Let's have one more. Okay. We have all tied up. And in the recent past, remember I said it's about that Ace of Swords and getting yourself clear. Okay. Mending. And between worlds, there's still something wrapping up in the past. And then we have cornucopia. I love that. That's Jupiter energy. That's the blessings. I mean, the Sun, the Four of Wands. It's the everything. And this Deceit card, which will not go away. I don't know what this is about. We've been seeing it in Be the Hunter, Not the Hunted. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to take that one step further. The Healer of the Ages and the Goddess of the Moon. Beautiful. The Goddess of the Moon is Cancer energy. What is this deceit, though? Ending in the Healer of the Ages. I mean, this is transformation for you, for sure, because we have the Fool, a new beginning. Let me try to get one on this Deceit card. What is that about? The Seven of Pentacles, Earth energy. The Seven of Pentacles is about making plans. Let's see. Deceit. And then we have cornucopia here. And then the Four of Swords and the Lovers. Whoa. Gemini coming out with the Lovers energy. I mean, this can, again, have to do with you. Maybe in the past you were betrayed. That could be. Because we have this be the hunter, not the hunted now. Four of Swords is having learned the lessons of heartbreak from the past. So that could be part of the situation for you. Mending here. Four of Swords is a time of recovery. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Very strong. And then the Eight of Cups, yeah. The Eight of Cups is another 8. It's my emotional pilgrimage card. It is about having the courage once again to walk away from things that you knew were not going to bring you the fulfillment that you needed. Maybe you had outgrown it between worlds. It can have things to do with your past and leaving, your childhood in the past. I see the 10 of Wands underneath of that. I always point out that this is like oxen or something, right? Carrying all of her belongings through the mountains on her own. And we do have this pilgrimage and this moving energy. A lot of you might be moving and leaving behind things. The Sacred Fool. I like that. Okay, we'll do Romance Angel. Because for some of you, this does have to do with love. Let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. There's all of those fours and the Emperor. And the holding back energy here as well. Okay. Be the hunter. Yeah. Very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's coming. And then give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. Forgiving and learning is on the bottom of the deck. As you release and heal the past, what does it say? You experience more love in your present moments. We have that release and that mending. Okay. Let's go to the talisman. Consider these to be like code words that you can take away from the reading with you. What do we have? Well, look at that big star. Very strong Aquarius energy, and this is success. Chariot twice at the end, and the Four of Wands. And then courage, Strength card, Leo energy. Resilience, the Strength card. I keep saying that despite it all, right? You got yourself free. Let me see one more there. And then blessed day. This is why. Jupiter. At the end, you get where you want to go. And finding love on the bottom of the deck. Isn't that beautiful? All right, my friends, I'm going to close this reading off for you with a couple of cards from the Lover's Oracle. These can come out as advice, so please take it only as it resonates. I hope this reading did resonate with you. I hope it helped you in some way. I will be getting more on this Jupiter and Cancer energy as it unfolds. It's there for a year. Let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and it gives. Let go of control issues. Okay. Give thanks for the blessing of love soon to come your way. That's lovely. Know that you deserve to be and have all that your heart truly desires. That's Jupiter and Cancer right there. This is the blessing. Embrace. Through each other, you find the missing pieces. We see Leo and Aquarius all over this reading. That's oppositions, which balance each other out. Balance? What? Love is not always about agreeing for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. That's true. And with this challenging, all this Leo and Aquarius energy, that there can be challenge there. All right, my friends, that's what I have for you. I'm losing my voice simultaneously. Very strong energy with this Jupiter transit. I love you guys. I'll see you very soon. Namaste.